We're back, Sunrisers. Good morning. It's 6:15 on a Monday morning here in Kingston. Good morning to you wherever you are. You know what time it is. It's time for the headlines with your girl who makes us teak in the knees. Good morning.
I get so teak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something comes over me in the day, and it's so amazing. It's not a shame. I want you to stay with me by my side as I lower my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love it makes the headlines make us teak. Oh. That's hot. See that?
What's up, teaks?
What's up, you know what? We need to start sunrise karaoke.
My vibes, Bill.
What's up, player?
Good morning.
Good morning.
And now I go energetically into the headlines.
All right.
Thank you so much. So great morning. Let's jump in. Okay. So Bartlett demands continued meetings regarding strikes.
Okay.
Upon his return to the island yesterday after a trip to South America to finalize more deals for Jamaica's air connectivity ahead of the festive season, Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett has broken his silence on the matter that's been dominating the news in recent weeks across several resorts. Bartlett says the wave of protests will be addressed in a multi-stakeholder way, and they'll have to work it through together, starting with a charge to the owners and operators of hotels. The protests have spread across several properties and parishes, with hotel workers demanding monies allegedly owed in some instances from profit-sharing deals, in addition to fair working conditions and livable wages.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hope the matter is resolved sooner than later, because it has a far-reaching effect and implication for the entire sector and by so the nation, right? Because, you know, tourism is our foreign exchange earner and
main
market, main foreign
earner,
exchange earner, well, behind remittance, right?
Yeah, I mean,
right. But I also understand the plight of the workers, and they are well within their right, TK, if it is that they're not being remunerated properly or fairly, to speak up against it. I've heard over the years, you know, persons will say, boy, you know, them have upon contract and we not get nothing, and you have to take a time off, and, you know, when you retire or when you leave, you get nothing in return. Because tourism is one of our main foreign exchange earners, we have to pay very special care to the workers. The human capital is very important, and a lot of these people, they work very hard. Housekeeping,
they do.
Food and beverage. Can you imagine you go to a hotel, then you wake up and no breakfast on the day? Or you go and your bed no makeup?
Yeah, well, what I often say is, when you go to a hotel, the service that I mean, everybody's coming there everybody comes to work, generally speaking, anywhere. You come and work with your own challenges. You come and work with problem by your head, and you have to put it off in order for an accountant can sit there and make up him face or make up her face and do the work, get the work done, run the numbers. When it is your job to make people feel good.
You have to feel good.
It is incumbent on the people who produce the working environment to produce an environment that you don't have a bag of people and make up face, so that people leave and say, beautiful property, but my God, the service was poor, you know? And you go to some hotels and you get the impression that the people are not happy here, you know, or you get the impression sometimes that, you know, the environment is toxic right now.
Yeah.
And like I've been to a hotel and I've heard people arguing, and I say, hi, come here. Whatever is going on in the back, the guests don't need to know. So fix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you speak to management and say, fix it up. Now, this instance, well, with some of these instances with the hotels, things that were promised to them have not been delivered.
Yeah.
And you wonder,
You can't be telling me you're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, when you hear number one destination, when you hear breaking records in terms of visitor arrivals.
And yet it's not reflecting in my bank account. It's not math. The maths is not mathing.
It's not mathing.
Yeah.
The people
and I support the
who
workers.
serve. Yeah,
Yes.
and that is, when we talk about tourism linkages, that's what we're talking about.
Yes, make the money link up in my wallet and in my bank book.
Who work there, who especially are front facing.
Yeah.
Because it come out in the taste of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you have to treat the workers well, and they're well within their rights. And I want persons to understand that it's not no modern day slavery. We're not coming to work just to slave ourselves, right? People have their children to feed, them have them bills to pay, and when you come to work, you're supposed to get paid. It's not enough that these companies come to Jamaica and think, oh, it's cheap labor, or they can come and treat our people any type of way. Yes, we're glad that you're investing in our country, but also it is a symbiotic relationship, because your hotel cannot do well if our people are not well. So fix up on the thing and shake up on the solid ground.
And then some of the times, you know, because especially like foreign owned, I'm not going to call it a particular nation. You see, top level management,
yeah, them
they earn very well.
Yes, in the AC.
They earn very well, you know, and top level management come from abroad. You know top level management when you hear the accent of the person who comes and talks to you.
Right. Jamaicans first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping for some resolution for sure, and definitely, like you said, we're hoping for some, you know, elevation and just great,
definitely give the people what they deserve.
Of what they deserve. Yes.
When people work hard, they should be paid well.
Absolutely.
And tourist work is not easy because you have to deal with guests from all walks of life with all kind of temperament, and you still have to put on a bright smile. So make my art smile and make my bank book smile, so we can make my kids them smile. Yeah.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Don't read this headline. Just get straight into the story, please. Get straight into the story.
All right, we'll jump right into it. So the next headline, we have the National Helmet Wearing Coalition held a ride out yesterday, November 17, at a crash spot in Mandeville, Manchester, in recognition of World Remembrance Day for Road Traffic Victims, which is observed on November 17. So this event brought together members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the coalition to promote road safety and distribute helmets. The Jamaica National Foundation also participated in this commemoration alongside the coalition and the police. During the event, Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake demonstrated safe motorcycle riding skills and shared data showing a decrease in deaths from motorcycle crashes. However, he cautioned that Jamaicans should not become complacent about the reduction in road fatalities related to motorcycle accidents. Dr. Blake urged the public to do their part in helping to save lives.
Absolutely.
That was a good gesture.
Yeah, were you there?
I wasn't there.
Okay. Can you ride a bike then?
A motorcycle?
A motorcycle, yeah.
No.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
And he said, no.
Nisa, can you ride a bike?
No.
A motorcycle. Okay. Brown man? Okay.
Brown man, yeah, right.
There are no motorcycle riders
I
in
can't
here.
ride a motorcycle, but I look good on it though.
Hey, hey.
No,
Yeah, prefer a bike.
my love for bicycle never transitioned
Me
to
neither.
bike.
Motorcycles.
I don't think bike don't make.
No, me just not do it. And Dr. Blake has made fun of me. Good morning, Dr. Blake. He had said, come on, come ride. You're coming and riding with us. Because, like, commissioners or the deputy commissioners, assistant, even superintendents, Morning Raymond Wilson, like a lot of them.
Can ride?
They're riders. Some of them spend time in traffic, so they, then come from a riding background. And I'm like, no.
I remember.
I'll meet you there.
I'll tell you a quick story. I remember we had a show. I had a show in Negril once. It was Dream Weekend. And the traffic gridlock, right? So I had to get out of the car and jump on a bike back. The promoter sent the bike for me.
Okay.
Then he said, so I dip on the bike back.
Yeah.
I think the rider's name was Damien. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
My friend the whole time. So they might weave to hear me. Take time. I'm me alone, mother of. My sister, they are worried. I'm me alone. Here, but that time, Miss Kitty, you have to let go me, your teeth squeeze me too tight.
Hold on. And that is the reason. Hold on. I've never even been on a bike back because that is the reason. Because I always say, imagine me on a bike back hugging up this person because I'm not letting go,
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm on the bike back,
So they jump up on the chair a while ago.
See me here? Me nah. Come on a bike back. I'm not going. I'm not going.
That
no,
is the
no.
way I squeeze listen, the way. Hey,
Everybody
hear about
have
Miss
them own a
Kitty,
thing.
I understand, but you have to Lego me still.
No, man.
TK, listen to what I'm telling you. All in pancreas will grab you. I held on.
That's why I mean I do it.
When I see people on bike backs and they're not holding
And
on, I'm like,
easy back, like how are you?
doing that?
How are you reclining on the bike back?
Yeah, see that now? I'm like, all right.
Well, this is why we're glad that there are more helmets being
That is
distributed.
it.
People are wearing more helmets.
And the people
staying
who
safe.
are competent in that area just continue to be more competent in that area because people like me, I'll stay in my vehicle.
It's fine.
Well, let's go from bike riders to billionaires, huh?
That's my part.
Let's
I like
do
that
it. Let's
part.
do
I like this alliteration.
Yes, from bikes to
Banging.
billionaires.
Billionaire
Bikes to billionaires banging. You see that?
A billionaire eyes assistance for UTech students.
Nice.
The heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, and for one woman, she smashed the barriers, becoming a billionaire. Jamaican-born Dr. Trisha Bailey recently visited the University of Technology, UTech, in Kingston to play her part in advancing the welfare of the nation's youth. UTech continues to have conversations with Dr. Trisha Bailey, who is looking forward to helping students in various ways to achieve their truest potential. The former athlete turned businesswoman hails from the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth. Pro-Chancellor at UTech, Aldrich McNabb, was intrigued by Dr. Bailey's story and saw a connection between what the institution stands for and her philanthropic spirit. Meanwhile, Dr. Bailey also hopes to assist many young women suffering from period poverty to better manage during their menstrual cycle. For one of the richest black women in the United States, her efforts will undoubtedly score big for those seeking inspiration from home.
Wonderful.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Congrats. And she's been doing a lot of philanthropic work in that
for
area
some time
of
now.
education, you know, and it's really great when you have made it and you can give back to help others actualize their dreams as well. So congratulations to the University of Technology and that partnership. And I hope it will yield more billionaires being made. And so those things will become commonplace. But you know, say, when you're really acting and rich, you know skate on the tall, skate on the cloud.
Hey,
you see that?
which is right. And I'm just really glad that people are also getting a chance to interact with her, meet her, because just to see her,
representation.
Exactly, opens your mind and say, oh, this is possible. A Jamaican is doing this. I can do this, you know. So kudos to her and everything that she's doing.
I like it. Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, congrats.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. What would I know?
That's all the time we have for the headlines. Up next, we're going to be setting sail for a diaspora link-up. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Yeah, ride the bike again.